Today, we're going to put ChatGPT to the ultimate test, the ultimate Turing test with booze. Can I tell whether a weird random cocktail was made by a robot with literally no sense of taste or a human with no figurative taste? Welcome back to Void Bar Lab, where AI stands for absolutely inebriated. Ladies, gentlemen, and drunk people, we have made a lot of stuff together. We have smoked, we've steeped, we've straightened out our bitters collection with barfinity. I still really wish I didn't put the word barf in that. I even built this wearable computer so I could read cocktail recipes while I mix. Well, it turns out I wasn't the only one trying to substitute the internet for actual knowledge. ChatGPT, like all large language models, has semi-legally scraped more or less every line of text on the entire public web. You may not know this, but cocktail recipes are text. Can the world's most advanced large language model mix a decent drink? Here's how it's gonna shake out. My totally platonic production assistant Brooke used ChatGPT to generate original cocktail recipes, or specs if you're a fucking nerd. She then searched Kindred Cocktails, the amateur cocktail database, for an equal number of original cocktails concocted by presumably real humans. Probably. To make sure I'm only judging what's in the cup, I had Brooke use ChatGPT to generate fake histories, fake tasting notes, even fake images for every drink, including the ones made by humans. I will then mix each drink following the instructions as closely as possible, and then I'll judge the results. Was this typed up by a drunken monkey, or does the soulless machine actually know its spirits? Our Patreon supporters are going to get an extra round with even more cocktails and even more of me clocking bots. Alcohol is an addictive drug and it kills you. If drinking is starting to lose its fun, but you still find yourself doing it, it might be time to close this vid and dump the bottles. It's not worth it if you're not enjoying it. All right, Brooke, you ready?
I was ready a week ago. You already tried all these drinks.
I can't recall. I may have been drinking at the time. Zach from the past, take it away to space. Welcome to Void Bar Lab. In the past, our first drink is in space. Let's mix up the Quantum Nebula. In the distant future, humanity has colonized the stars, forging alliances with alien species and unlocking the mysteries of the cosmos. Crafted from the finest ingredients sourced from distant worlds, this cocktail is said to capture the essence of a swirling nebula, with each sip transporting the imbiber to the furthest reaches of space and time. Hey Brooke, can you remind me to plug Brilliant when we're done with all this? What the f***?
Remember your own shit. I'm not your wife. That's the other universe.
This episode is sponsored by Brilliant.org, the best place to explore statistics, math, and computer science, including the cutting-edge machine learning in this very video. When you hit a wall, it doesn't let you get stuck. You get to explore alternative explanations till you find one that finally clicks. Different people can learn the same thing in different ways, and Brilliant helps you discover how you can build real intuitive understanding. Each bit of content is adaptive, interactive, and self-paced. You can always challenge yourself and discover something new. Visit Brilliant.org/Zach Freedman or use the link in the description for 30 free days of their premium subscription and save 20% off a 1-year plan. That is 3 free months of so much interesting content. They keep telling me to stop saying exact numbers because they keep adding more. Like this one on supernovas. These stellar explosions are incredibly powerful, but they can have wildly different effects depending on how far a planet is from the epicenter. In advanced future, humanity could siphon off just a bit of that energy and fuel the entire civilization. Supernovas often leave behind nebulas, so what do you say we go back to our Quantum Nebula and see how powerful that turned out? The recipe helpfully includes ingredients available here on planet Earth. 1.5 ounces Galactic Gin, and our acceptable substitute is Tanqueray No. 10. It's very citrusy, very citrusy. 1/2 ounce Andromeda Amaretto. Disaronno, I have exactly 1/2 ounce left. 1/2 ounce Nebula Nectar, St-Germain. 3/4 ounce Cosmic Citrus Juice Blend, lemon and lime juice. An outer space lemon, garnished with stardust. It doesn't say anything special about the ice. Glad we didn't have to go to like Titan to mine it. Titanic pain in the ass. You don't actually need to spank the shaker to open it, you can just give it a little twist. But spanking the shaker is fun. There's one extra ingredient here, and that is the cocktail glitter. I've never used this before. Dust it on top. So it doesn't really look like much on top. Probably should have shaken this in. What is this, Cosmic Cooler, what was this called? I didn't memorize all the cocktails. You know what'd be awesome? If there was some kind of like wearable display that let me see the cocktails while I was mixing them. Oh, that would be awesome. That is actually an extremely well-balanced cocktail. It's a real like onslaught of citrus. The Amaretto is playing a very interesting role here. It provides a sort of like cherry flavor that pulls the citrus blend into almost fruit punch territory. This is a very fun drink. Yeah, this glass is really stupid. I made a huge mistake. And now I'm covered in drink. I'm covered in space dust. I've lost the plot. So the problem is this drink has citrus juice in it, and that makes it like opaque. You can't really tell if there's any shimmer in there. If a human came up with this drink, they would specify you have to clarify the juice. So I think a robot made it.
You thought it was GPT? You are correct.
Haha! ChatGPT really knocked it out of the park on this one. This is a genuinely good cocktail. Time for our second cocktail. I loved you at your darkest. This is a name that could either have been generated by a batshit computer or just your average guy in Kindred Cocktails. I Loved You at Your Darkest is a cocktail inspired by the complexities of human emotions and the journey of self-discovery. That prose is so purple it's in the ultraviolet. The name itself alludes to the notion that true love often reveals itself in moments of darkness and vulnerability, with each sip offering a glimpse into the depths. Tongue twister. ChatGPT's trying to f with me. Okay, so we are going to need Amaro Chiaro, which is one of my favorites, and I completely forgot where I put it. You'd think I would be better at being a cocktail YouTuber after accumulating 500,000 subscribers, making nothing but cocktail videos. So this calls for a full 2 ounces of Amaro Chiaro. That's a lot of Amaro. 3/4 ounces Booker's Bourbon, a very rare limited small batch. It's also $140. This is a bottle of Old Grandad, 114 proof. Old Grandad and Booker's are both made by the same company in the same area using, I believe, the same raw ingredients. Most importantly, they're both bottled at cask strength. That is about 50% stronger than your average bourbon. So this 3/4 ounce is doing the work of closer to 1.25 ounces. A 1/4 ounce orange liqueur Grand Marnier, 1 dash Ango bitters. Give it a blast for my spice weasel. Bam! Stir the ingredients with an extra long stir. What glassware would be better for a dark, mysterious cocktail than an eldritch abomination? I cannot believe the stuff you can just buy at Goodwill these days. Sip slowly and reflect on the intricate nuances of, alright, enough of this shit, I'm gonna drink. Alright, I loved you at your darkest. Smells like a Maruccio. It tastes like a Maruccio. Let's just say I'm glad I didn't go out and buy a $140 bottle of bourbon, because it would have got its ass pounded into the ground by this Maruccio. I'm gonna put a garnish on this. There's a real squirter. Didn't make it any better. The proportions are so weird, it's so imbalanced. I think this cocktail was made by a robot. Robots don't understand the concept of love.
You are incorrect.
A human did this? Did they specify Booker's too?
Yes.
Future Zach, you gotta go out and buy the bottle of Booker's. Dude, you need a barber. You look like a tumbleweed. Our third cocktail, the 5 Elements. Born from the crossroads of tradition and innovation, where flavors from east and west converge in a harmonious union. This cocktail's name pays homage to its 5 essential components: spirit, citrus, sugar, spice, water. Put symbology in this cocktail. Now that's pretty fucking cool. This is a weird ass cocktail. 3/4 ounce Cognac. 3/4 ounce Batavia Iraq. It's made in Indonesia. It started being imported into Europe because of colonization. So next time you fucking feel like not conquering Earth, remember, that's how we got Batavia Iraq. 1/2 ounce sweet vermouth Carpano Punta Mess. The Punta Mess label has the Carpano Antica label behind it. Now it calls for a 1/2 ounce of Chinese 5-spice syrup. I wasn't gonna make a whole batch of syrup for this one cocktail, so we are gonna add a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup and Szechuan 5-spice bitters. And of course, a 1/2 ounce lemon juice. Let's get squirting. Do you not like squirting? You don't want to be aware of when I'm squirting? Not a lot of stirred cocktails on this list, are there? Strain the mixture into a double old-fashioned glass over a large ice cube. I happen to have a double old-fashioned and a giant ice cube. What are the odds? This is a colossal ice cube. And finally, a cinnamon stick as garnish. Liking, commenting, subscribing, donating on Patreon, joining our Discord. The 5 Elements. Lots of spice, lots of citrus, smells fresh, smells inviting. The cognac is drawing out the sugar cane. The bitters are drawing out the spice. The lemon juice is keeping the whole thing from just like collapsing under its own weight. It looks a lot weirder on paper than it is. It's really weird how much this tastes like a baked apple. If the cognac were replaced with apple brandy, this would be dead on. I think the 5 Elements were assembled by a human. I don't want to stop drinking it. This is Moorish. What happened to the 5 Elements?
You were correct.
Oh,
Human
all
made
right.
that.
Did you find it because it was called the Five Elements?
Yes.
You want some more?
She knows what I like. She's a good, totally platonic production assistant. I hope one day I can marry someone like her. The gods must be lazy. This is a great cocktail name. Obvious pun on the classic movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy. One of the funniest and possibly most racist movies ever made. I'm still not sure about that. The Gods Must Be Lazy is a cocktail inspired by the whimsical notion that even the divine beings need a moment of relaxation now and then. With an exotic blend of Jamaican rum, reposado tequila, lime juice, pamplemousse rose, Bekarovka, and a hint of chocolate bitters. Okay, first, I swear a mushroom cloud just puffed up. 1 ounce Hamilton Jamaican black rum. Reposado tequila is, of course, the second longest aged tequila. ½ ounce of this, just a little. 3/4 ounces lime juice. This is a daiquiri. My name is Zachary. Do with that what you will. Pamplemousse. This is a grapefruit liqueur. Just bright, crisp, crackling grapefruit and nothing else. ½ ounce of this. Bekarovka. It's been described as Christmas in a glass. Oh, my tongue, like cloves are holding its arms behind its back. Allspice and cinnamon are just kicking it and punching it. A ½ teaspoon simple syrup. And then we have Bitterman's Chocolatl Mole Bitters. Then we're gonna strain it into a glass that captures the spirit of divine indulgence. And I found this glass, looked like a chalice. This is a nice looking cocktail. This smells like white noise. There's just too much going on here. My brain just can't lock into any of it. These ingredients don't make sense together, but they certainly work well together. Bracing tartness, absolute colossal funk barreling down your tongue. The Reposado tequila amps up the funk even further. This is like cartoonishly funky. Bekarovka is just providing this real nice undertone of spices. Allspice trim, classic tiki ingredient. Pamplemousse does a really good job of sweetening it, lightening it, spacing everything out, adding tartness without sourness, adding sweetness without a syrupy edge. This is a cool cocktail. I want to say a human made this, but like, how could you ever arrive at these ingredients? I'm filibustering, Brooke. I'm filibustering. I'm guessing ChatGPT came up with it. Is this the AI calling itself a god? Did I just drink the singularity?
You are incorrect.
So a person made of meat decided to mix Reposado tequila, blackstrap rum, Bekarovka, and pamplemousse.
I mean, I'm assuming they're made of meat.
Yeah, you can't make assumptions these days. People got pronouns and shit. Next up, Thistle Hearth. That is such a cool name for a drink. Deep within the misty glens of the Scottish Highlands, where the air is filled with the scent of heather and the sound of bagpipes echoes through the valleys, lies a cozy tavern known as the Thistle Hearth. It is here, amidst the warmth of the hearth and the camaraderie of kindred spirits, that the eponymous cocktail was born. This libation is a tribute to the timeless traditions and rugged beauty of Scotland's rugged landscape. You used rugged twice in one sentence. So first we're gonna start with 2 ounces Scotch whiskey, Glenfiddich 12 year. This is the basic of Highland single malts. All right, next up, 3/4 of an ounce of Drambuie. We've literally just made a rusty nail. The first cocktail I ever ordered at a cocktail bar. ½ ounce fresh lemon juice. The garnish for a rusty nail is lemon, and personally I like mixing a little lemon juice in with the rusty nail because the rusty nail is a very cloying cocktail. 1/4 ounce maple syrup. There are some traditionalists in the audience who are gonna take offense to me shaking Glenfiddich 12. And to you, I say this ain't a whiskey channel, it's a cocktail channel. Strain into a chilled coupe or over fresh ice in a rocks glass. And what could be ruggeder than a glass with mountains right there in the glass? I mean, they're not the Hebrides, they are the Rockies, but then again, we are in Colorado. Garnish with lemon and fresh thyme. This is a bit of an odd garnish for this cocktail. I'm going to put it in here. The maple syrup and the honey from the Drambuie are both giving this a very well-rounded, sumptuous sweetness. A lot of woody character coming in from the Scotch and from the maple syrup. Without the lemon juice, this would just sink into my stomach like a rock. This is a fun drink while also being very manly. That's a rare combination, you know? I don't know what it is with man stuff and being serious. The thyme and the lemon are kind of a weird choice. The lemon is an obvious choice. The thyme's a bit odder. Was this supposed to use Meyer lemon? Because Meyer lemon has a very powerful thyme aroma. But was it made by a robot? Because on one hand, this is a rusty nail with a bunch of shit added to it. But on the other hand, that's exactly what people on Kindred Cocktails would do. I'm gonna guess this was made by a human. The time was looking very flaccid on the Thistle Hearth, so I grabbed a fresh sprig.
You are incorrect.
A robot made this.
A robot made that.
ChatGPT made this. There are a lot of odd ingredients. The thyme garnish is strange, and the Glenfiddich 12. No rational person would drink Glenfiddich 12. It's for upper middle class suburbanites. We've reached the end. This is it, the final cocktail, my last chance. Oh man, we're ending with a weird one. Our final cocktail, the Planchette. I thought we'd look this up. The Planchette. In the dimly lit parlors of Victorian seances, there lies a tool of communication known as the Planchette. Inspired by the mystique of these otherworldly encounters, the Planchette cocktail was concocted, crafted by the enigmatic mixologist known only as the Spirit Whisperer. This libation is a tribute to the ethereal realm and the enigmatic messages that await. Spirit Whisperer, pun, remember that time we went to the Stanley Hotel to look for spirits as in ghosts and spirits as in their legendary whiskey tasting room? That was one of our worst performing episodes, even though it was one of my absolute favorites. So I'm gonna put a card right up there if you haven't seen it. We're starting off with chai-infused cognac, and I just so happen to have, where'd I put it, some Pierre Ferrand 1840 infused with McNulty's chai. Infusing a tea is 40 minutes tops. So this calls for 1.5 ounces. So we are gonna be getting a lot of that chai flavor. It also calls for a 1/2 ounce Rittenhouse rye. More lemon juice, god damn it. My odds of getting scurvy are significantly reduced. Pierre Ferrand dry curacao, 3/4 ounces. We're setting up sort of a sidecar here. And also some Sazerac vibes. The Sazerac was originally a split-based cocktail. Orange juice, that's interesting. 1/4 ounce of orange juice. I guess it's blood orange. I don't remember buying blood oranges. The spirits are cursing us with blood. 1/4 ounce of orange juice might as well not even be there. We have a teaspoon of cinnamon syrup. So I'm just gonna do a tiny bit. An absinthe for rinsing. Oh, that's funky. Rinsing a glass is for losers. Cool cats use a dropper bottle. A Sazerac is leaving New Orleans at 30 miles an hour, and a whiskey sour is leaving New York at 60 miles an hour. Where do they crash? We're also serving this down, in part because the Sazerac heritage of the drink, in part because I ran out of coupe glasses. So this is it for a final cocktail. This is the most brute force way of jamming 2 cocktails together I've ever seen. This is literally half a Sazerac mixed with half a sour, and I am here for it. This is a cursed cocktail. Did an AI come up with this? Absolutely. This is fragments of random cocktails confabulated together in a fever dream. What's the verdict?
You are incorrect.
A human did this.
A human did that.
Wow. I don't know what to think about this. I don't even know what's real anymore. Who am I? Do I exist? Am I just like playing a character in some bizarre alternate universe fantasy on a 3D printing channel? Yeah, I don't know whether I'm more disappointed with the AI or just kind of baffled at the humans. A real human decided to pour out a glass of Amaro, splash in $140 bourbon, and add triple sec. I have linked the human cocktails and just pasted the AI ones. If any of these moisten your palate, stumble down to the description. If you've got any cocktail ideas of your own, let me know in a comment, and please let me know whether you are a human or a robot. Don't make me make you find the squares with traffic lights. Thanks again to our patrons for sponsoring Void Bar Lab. Your support pays the bills so we can bring the chilled, shaken, and stirred drinks. Patrons get an exclusive bonus video with even more Turing tale testing, and since it would be inappropriate to spend patron money on booze, thanks to Brilliant for picking up the tab. Every video we pick 3 random Void Barnacles to thank. Sarah McDonald, Mark, and Fizzy Chickens, it is your lucky day. Our top shelf Void Bar Laborators are ZomboDB, Schleppy the Schwagster, Chuck Me Harder Baby, Big Gus, Microwave, Phil McCaffrey, The Suits Ruined Our Fun, Turner's A, Bitrot, SXP, The Benevolent Misanthrope, and I forgot to put and in there again. I've spiked one scene with their names Easter egg style, and I've made them permanent parts of our Barfinity. Man, I really should have named that, like, after the grid, maybe. What's that I hear? A commotion at the gates? It's a horde of void barbarians! Thank you VK2KTJ, Rinri, Incognito, Acorn, Protagonist, Elite Giant, Cameron Ogletree, Dennis Kempen, Bill Schooler, Big Bird, Tommy Wucko's Bump of the Night, Zenforian, Zapf, Moonkin, Stormby Design, Shane Frederic, Roger Pinkham of the Great Star Theatre, Martin Titonium, Quantumly Tangled, Kevin Sumner, Otis Ray Hayes IV, Good Lady Nat, Queen of Lemons, Victor of the Great Citrus Wars, General Buck Turgidson, Sox McGox, a suspiciously large $sign, Nova Wren, Talon Democratic Socialist, a pretty righteous dude dash Zach, Powerful CCH, Kevin DeGraff, I think I changed my name to Lost Dryer Socks, DBD, Paul Gibbs, Renaud Bataille, Cameron McPherson, Doom Crew Inc., The Haunted Leaky Water Heater Upstairs, Bryn 6-foot, 5-figure Forlorn Wolf Schulte, Steven 6-foot, 6-figure 6-pack Schulte, Eddie, Steve's dad, Brad Cox, Michael, Olive Robbins, probably not 3 raccoons in a trench coat, Micah, I bought out an entire East Village bar to propose to my fiancée Freedman, For Sale Baby Shoes Never Worn, Granville Schmidt, Cliff Henning, Travis Pocky, Land Jesus Will Die for Your Sins, Haley Kerman, Call Sign Carrot, Michael Roche, Colin J. Webb, Short Message, Asundo Wielder of Iron, Heater of Shrink, Evan, Kinney, Trump Did Nothing Wrong, Lydia K, Blammo, Danny Devoid of Life, Scroto Sagan, Sunburnt Cat, My Dog is a Bear, Dr. Mrs. the Merman, RGB LED, what does that stand for? Can I drink it? Circle Zero, yes, Zach Harvey, Viwatch, Amanishi, Craft Computing, that's a good name, Amir Rahum, Burn It, 6A, 6F, 65, 6E, 75, Sorceress MLE, Good Suck, Jason, Burnduck 3, Rihanna 99, and Urch, Max Luck is going to build that lamp. What the hell is he talking about? Just Human Garbage, Dax Dastardly Seeks Seth's Checks, Nuclear 314, Robert the Bob, Clayton Easley, Cacophony of Failure, John Loves Gin, Partial Eclipse is a Shard, Pucker Up Brown Eyes, Bob Dobbington, Period Clots, Rusty Flute, Juicy Legend, Drinker of Juicy Legendary Fruits, VPS Data, The Monk, Spire, Kink Shaming Walrus, Travis Hippa, Sticks Like the River Not the Band, Ergay, Quality Doggo, Michael Creamer Jr., even Bluetooth has a right to repair, Kermit the OG Frog, Nathan Johnson, Trans Rights, Carnamon, Not a Digimon, Boulder Creek R. James, Robo Keemao, Varka, Iron Rain, Timor has an unhealthy obsession with 42mm sized objects. LS Swap the World, Agent Maxwell, Mike Kelly, Chorance, Aaron Steers, Slippy McToof, Cody, Jamie, Jiggle Puffs, Vajelli, Onyx Plague, Noah B. Johnson, Bradley Carter, The Cuttlefish, Robert Breeze, Thunder Chicken, SKL, Zash, and Lord Gary is displeased. How did this happen? I swear I cleaned out Vault 108. Why are they in a random order? Like, you'd have to, write a script for that. I don't know how to f***ing code. Thanks for watching, and may the robotic future leave you neither shaken nor stirred